The fascinating history of the 1986 Belgian 5 franc coin. Hello, friends. Welcome to Old World Coins Vault. Here we bring you the oldest, the rarest, and the most mysterious coins from around the world. Do you want to know which coin is worth millions? Which coin is hiding one of history's biggest secrets? And which coin looks ordinary today, but could make you rich tomorrow? So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And let's open the Old World Coins Vault. The 1986 Belgian 5 franc coin, often inscribed with 5F Belgique or 5F Belgique, stands as a modest yet intriguing artifact from Belgium's monetary history. This coin, part of the Kingdom of Belgium's currency system, was minted during the reign of King Baudouin I and reflects the nation's bilingual heritage, economic evolution, and artistic design. Belgium's currency history dates back to the early 19th century. After gaining independence from the Netherlands in 1830, Belgium adopted the franc as its official currency in 1832, modeled after the French franc to facilitate trade. The Belgian franc, BEF, was subdivided into 100 centimes and remained in use until the introduction of the euro in 2002. Over the decades, the coinage evolved to reflect changing monarchs, economic needs, and material shortages. By the mid-20th century, under King Baudouin I, who ascended the throne in 1951 following his father Leopold III's abdication, Belgium's coins featured symbolic designs often rooted in classical mythology, such as Mercury, the god of commerce. The 5 franc coin, in particular, had a long lineage. Pre-1986 versions, dating back to the 1930s, were made of cupro-nickel and depicted Mercury on one side with a lion or other emblems on the other. These designs persisted remarkably long, through World War II, post-war reconstruction, and into the Cold War era, due to Belgium's conservative approach to currency changes. However, by the 1980s, rising metal costs and the need for modernization prompted a redesign. In 1986, the Royal Mint of Belgium introduced a new 5 franc coin with a fresh composition and aesthetic, marking a shift from the outdated Mercury motif to a portrait of the reigning king. The coin was minted in 1986 as part of this update. Why 1986 specifically? Several factors converged. First, the global rise in nickel prices made cupro-nickel alloys expensive. Belgium switched to aluminum bronze, 92% copper, 6% aluminum, 2% nickel, which was cheaper and more durable. This change aligned with similar reforms in other European countries preparing for economic integration via the European Economic Community, EEC, which Belgium helped found in 1957. Second, it was time to honor King Baudouin more prominently on everyday currency. Previous 5 franc coins lacked a royal portrait, sticking to symbolic figures. The 1986 redesign introduced Baudouin's stylized image, symbolizing stability during a period of linguistic tensions between Flanders, Dutch-speaking, and Wallonia, French-speaking. Third, the coin's introduction coincided with Belgium's push for bilingualism in public symbols. Coins were produced in two variants, one with Dutch text, Belgique, for Flemish regions, and one with French, Belgique, for Walloon areas, fostering national unity. The designer was Jean-Paul Lenin, a renowned Belgian artist born in 1931 in Mechelen, Belgium. Lenin studied sculpture and design in London and Italy, honing his skills in modernist aesthetics. He taught at prestigious institutions in Brussels and Tilburg, Netherlands, and was a member of the Royal Flemish Academy. Lenin's work spanned medals, stamps, and coins, blending abstraction with functionality. For the 5 franc, he created a stylized, almost geometric portrait of Baudouin, reflecting mid-20th century European design trends influenced by artists like Pablo Picasso and Henry Moore. The Royal Belgian Mint, Monnaie Royale de Belgique, Koninklijke Munt van België, established in 1832, handled the actual production. Located in Brussels, the mint used advanced pressing techniques to produce over 208 million pieces in 1986 alone, making it one of the most common coins of its era. Now let's delve into the coin's physical features. The front side, obverse, features a stylized left-facing portrait of King Baudouin I. Baudouin is depicted in a modern, abstract manner, his face divided into geometric sections, with sharp lines emphasizing his profile. Below the portrait are the designer's initials, JPL, for Jean-Paul Lenin. This design choice was innovative. Instead of a realistic bust, Lenin opted for a divided coin effect, where the king's face appears split, symbolizing perhaps the duality of Belgium's linguistic divide or simply an artistic flair. Baudouin, known for his devout Catholicism and role in decolonizing the Belgian Congo in 1960, was a beloved figure. His portrait on the coin served as a daily reminder of royal continuity amid Belgium's federalization debates in the 1980s. The back side, reverse, is equally minimalist. It displays a large 5F in the center, representing the value, 5 francs. Below it is the year 1986, flanked by mint marks, an angel's head, the privy mark of the mint director, and scales, the mark of the Brussels Mint. The legend reads either Belgique, Dutch, or Belgique, French, arched above the denomination. This simple design emphasized functionality over ornamentation, making the coin easy to recognize in vending machines and daily transactions. The edge is plain, without reading, and the overall diameter is 24 millimeters, weighing 5.5 grams, light yet sturdy for pocket change. Beyond material costs, the 1986 coin was created to modernize Belgium's currency in preparation for European unification. Belgium was a key player in the EEC, and updating coins helped standardize weights and compositions. Culturally, it bridged Belgium's divided identity. The bilingual variants promoted equality between language groups, a hot issue in 1980s politics. Economically, with inflation and the oil crises of the 1970s behind, the coin supported everyday commerce in a prosperous nation known for chocolate, beer, and diamonds. An interesting story. Imagine a young Belgian student in 1986, during the height of the Cold War. Belgium hosted NATO headquarters in Brussels, and tensions with the Soviet Union were palpable. This student, let's call him Peter from Flanders, finds a shiny new 5-franc coin in his pocket. With it, he buys a waffle from a street vendor. Unbeknownst to him, that coin was minted just months earlier, carrying the image of King Baudouin, who had refused to sign an abortion law in 1990 due to his faith, though this was later. Peter uses the coin to call his French-speaking girlfriend from Wallonia via a payphone, symbolizing how the coin connected Belgium's regions. Years later, after the euro's arrival, Peter discovers his old 5-franc in a drawer, now a relic of a pre-unified Europe. On the international market, the 1986 5-franc coin isn't a rarity. With a mintage of over 208 million, its value is modest. In circulated condition, it fetches about $50 to $150. Uncirculated examples go for $100 to $10,000. Rare variants, like those with a malformed E in Belgique, can reach $5 to $8 million. The coin's composition was designed to meet modern needs: 92% copper, 6% aluminum, and 2% nickel, a form of aluminum bronze or brass. This alloy was not only cost-effective, but also highly resistant to corrosion, rust, making it ideal for everyday circulation. The diameter is 24 millimeters, weight 5.5 grams, thickness about 1.72 millimeters, and the edge is plain, with no reading or grooves, making production easier and counterfeiting more difficult. The mint marks are also quite interesting. The Brussels Mint used the symbol of an angel's head, the head of Archangel Michael, and scales, representing the mint director and the mint itself. These marks appear on either side of the year 1986, at the lower part of the coin. In 1986, Belgium was moving steadily toward greater European integration. King Baudouin, who passed away in 1993, was known as a calm, deeply religious figure. In 1990, he famously refused to sign an abortion law because of his faith, which led Parliament to temporarily suspend him so that his brother could sign the law instead. This coin reflects an era when the king was part of everyday life. People used the coin in daily transactions, yet its symbolism was much deeper, representing the close connection between the monarchy and ordinary citizens during a time